So I'm going to be sharing what I think has been a game changer for my business, to get people pre-exposed to the offer or to you. For me, it's like I never do an appointment now unless someone watches a video before they get on a call with me. And because it changes everything. And I've given out this bot before. I've never given the slides before. I've never gone over kind of like the reason why I think this is so important, and so it's basically a video sales letter, and it's the idea is that, and then we're gonna kind of break it down, but like why do you do that? Like you want somebody to not, I mean, imagine when someone gets on the phone with you and they're not trying to figure out whether they should work with you. They're trying to figure out like, hey, are you even available to work with them? Like that's the idea. The idea is that you handle most of the objections that they have on that call. At the end, I'm going to give you a bot. I'm going to give you some VSLs that I've got done for new construction. I have a cash offer VSL. I'm going to send you guys, and then at the end, also the slides and how you can use the VSL with slides, so you don't have to be on camera the whole time, and the reason and kind of the psychology behind these slides. And so if you've ever done a strategy call with me just to see if partnering was to make sense, you would have had to watch a video. And if you didn't watch it, I knew based on your questions. And that's just how we do things. Like it's just, and that VSL is 45 minutes, right? So not all VSLs are going to be that long. The VSLs for what you guys are looking to do are 3 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes max. And so, and the reason why you do them is actually just out of curiosity, you can just put in the chat like who's watched my why partner with me video. And video sales letter is what VSL stands for. So, and the reason why you do this is like I said, is like you want people to be pre-exposed to the offer of why they're even getting on the phone with you and to handle all their objections. By the time they get on the phone with you, they're like, yeah, we just want to work with you. Right. And so I'll show you guys. I wanted to pull up this one real quick on my YouTube channel. Let me see here. Maybe I'll just throw it in at the end. All right. So here's a new construction VSL, just the copy. And I'm gonna give this to you guys so you guys can walk you through. Yeah. So
Okay.
basically look at it like this, right? So somebody's like, yeah, I'm interested in meeting with you. Okay. I'm interested in communicating with you or whatever. They're interested in your offer. And then it's like, oh, great, here's my calendar. Get on the call. So they book the call and then there's a video for them to watch before they get on the call. So it's they book and then the video. And the reason why you do that is because you want to, one, get rid of people that aren't good prospects, right? And two, you want to be able to handle a lot of the objections. So by the time they get on the phone with you, they've written down their questions. They already know what the conversation's going to be about. Like it positions you. Like a lot of times people are surprised that I'm even on the call. They're like, "Oh, I'm so glad it's you." Right? We thought it was going to be somebody else. And so it just positions you in such a different way when done appropriately. And so I have a bot that will write it for you guys. Now you guys got to shoot them, right? I can't press play for you guys and make you shoot the video, but I do think it's going to be something that you'll like. And so the way that I like to shoot these types of video is I'll do it from a platform called Riverside, and I'll give you guys my like kind of these show notes afterwards. And Riverside is just a platform that allows you to has a teleprompter, right? And you can use it on your phone, you can use it on your computer, you can put it up on an actual teleprompter, but it goes over the screen and it allow you to get into more detail of because these aren't just like a wing it video. These are a lot of thought goes into it, a lot of strategy goes into it. I think I sent Jimmy my cash offer VSL that I had people watch. Like when I did 11 listings and put 4 under contract in 30 days, like people were watching the VSL before they got on the call with me. And that had a lot to do with why there was so much success is because they watched that video. So I'm not going to bore you with the video unless you guys want to see it, but I wanted to more talk about the strategy here. So
No fluff, no real deal. It's called guaranteed multiple cash offers. And here's how it works. You plug in your address, our team analyzes it and presents you with 3 to 5 legitimate cash offers from verified buyers within 24 hours. Now, there are different structures of offers to choose from, and so you just pick the one that fits your life situation the best. You want to close in 3 weeks and be done with it? Great. You need to close 2 months from now and maybe rent back while you figure out your next move? We can do that too. The structure adapts to your timeline, not the other way around. Okay, now if you want us to come in with our proven repeatable system backed by market research to sell your home for up to 18% more than the methods used by traditional real estate agents, we can do the traditional listing experience for you as well. But I'm telling you about this because, listen, I've just used it for all 5 of my current listings. Every single one of them received multiple market value cash offers, right? 2 wanted to go under contract immediately and did. My business partner's property listed at 1.15 million received a cash offer for 1.2 million above asking. That's a beautiful thing, right? And so these aren't just lowball offers that we're talking about here. We even have a client at 2.9 million who got offers. So this isn't just for starter homes, right? It works across all price points. And so why does this matter to you? Well, I think it comes down to 3 main reasons. First, speed eliminates risk. You see, every day your home sits on the market is a day the market could shift, right? Rates could change. A better competing property could be listed right around the corner. Next thing you know, you're forced to have a dreaded conversation with your agent about a price adjustment, right? So speed isn't just convenient, it's strategic. Second is certainty has monetary value. These buyers have cash in hand. They've closed thousands of transactions, so there aren't going to be 47 contingencies, right? No last minute surprises, no deals falling through at the closing table or any other related shenanigans, right? You know exactly what you're getting and exactly when you're getting it. Okay. Third is simplicity. You know, the traditional listing process can have some hidden costs, can it? Right? Months of strangers trampling through your home for showings, constantly maintaining that show ready spotlessness, right? Scrambling to hide the dog every weekend, right? Accommodating buyers' schedules, dealing with lowball offers, maybe from unqualified buyers. So even if you do eventually sell, well, what did all that time and stress actually cost you? Our guarantee is simple. Sold in 19 days or we'll buy it ourselves. That's how confident we are that this works. Now, the preparation, well, yeah, you don't need to go remodel or repaint or any major investments. Just make it tidy for some photos and a video, and that's it. We handle the rest, okay? The negotiations, the details, all of it. That's what our team does. And we are all accredited by the National Association of Expert Advisors. This service is exclusively for our clients. And as your fiduciary, we take securing the best possible outcome for you very seriously. Okay, now I want you to imagine your next chapter, right? Perhaps it's the new city for that once in a lifetime job offer that was too good to pass up, right? Maybe it's just about downsizing to maybe that perfect house on the water you've always dreamed of so you can watch the sunrise with your favorite cup of coffee in your hand. Or maybe it's simply the peace of mind knowing that this major transaction is resolved, allowing you to focus on what matters next. That's the difference between someday and now. So use the link below, plug in your address, and review your cash offers. There's no obligation, simply opportunities that may prove valuable to your decision. And if one of them happens to interest you, then we can follow up and walk through it together. All right? Peace, love, God bless, and we'll talk soon. Bye for now. I'll let you tell them why that works.
Was that was good, Jimmy. That was better than mine. So that's what we do. Like Jimmy took my video and made it better. Like I love and the reason why is you're handling a lot of objections. If you were to break down each one of those like pieces, like you're handling a lot of objections that people may have, right? Like it's not just these low dollar offers on homes. Like we're closing, 2.9, 1.9, 1.3. Like these are high dollar offers. So it's not just nothing. So it eliminates like we buy ugly homes, right? We actually buy your home. We buy your neighbor's house. We buy the nice neighborhood, right? And so that will also attract but also repel other people. And so a lot of times there's so much skepticism out there, right? Especially with internet leads, all of that. So as consumption goes up, trust goes up. And so what happens is they book a call and then they instantly go into consuming you. They consume your content, they consume your value proposition, right? So there's even different levels of what you can do before the appointment. You could have several videos that we would call indoctrination videos, right? Where you're indoctrinating them, maybe even on the buying process of buying new construction. You're indoctrinating them on the process of getting a cash offer. So all of the things that you already know how to do, right? Think about your listing presentation. Like that's literally what you would be doing. Like before, and I did this without even knowing what VSL was back when I was really slinging some good real estate. Even like my first year, like before I went to and I use my placemat, right? The NAEA, National Association of Expert Advisors, the same placemat I used my first year to make 222K, right? The same placemat I used to land $8 million listings or use it to for my friend's house, right? It's the same presentation. And so before I would go on appointments, I would send them the cartoon video of the NAEA of that listing presentation because I knew if they would watch that, one, it would help keep the appointment. Two, it would like for somebody to hear something once and consume it and understand it and be like, okay, that's good. Like they need to hear people need to hear things more than once, right? And so they're going to write down their questions as they hear those things. And so I was doing this without even knowing what I was doing. I just was instinctively knowing like, hey, people should watch a video before I show up, period, even for my listing presentation. And so, um, and it worked. I just realized like, man, this doesn't miss anything. When I do my listing presentation, I don't miss anything. Or I miss things sometimes. Like this will at least get them pre-exposed and help them keep the appointment. That was my thought, and that's what it was doing. I didn't realize I was actually selling people before they even like got there, right? Or before I even got there. And so a VSL should be used before your listing presentation, buyer's presentation, internet leads. Like there should be a VSL attached to every appointment that you do, period. Like you should never take a call. You should never take an appointment without somebody watching the video before, even if it's 2 minutes. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna still drop mine. I cleared out my cookies and it logged me out of all my stuff, and so I can't get into my YouTube right now. So, but I'll grab it and drop it at the end. But what I do have pulled up for you guys is right here. So this is a VSL example for new construction, and there's several in here. And I'm gonna give them to you guys at the end. But it's basically this the $70,000 upgrade trap, right? So this 70,000, and this is talking about new construction specifically, right? Last month I met with a couple who thought they were being smart. They'd done their research, visited every model home in the counties, in 3 different counties, negotiated hard on their base price, felt good about the real like getting the deal. Then they sat down into the builder design center, and that's where everything went wrong, right? And so it's pre-exposing them from just like you know how when you sell new construction and there's a lot of people that just go with like the builders reps, right, that are there. This is kind of exposing why that's a mistake, right? And so I have all these different VSLs that go over why that's a bad move. And you should have different VSLs per offer, right? Just like and these VSLs can live on your YouTube channel. It's not like just some secret video that other people, they shouldn't see. Like this is something that could just live on your YouTube channel and you could have a playlist of VSLs. Okay.
That could be a top of funnel ad too.
Well, 100%. Yeah, VSLs are top of funnel or retargeting, right? Somebody's already been exposed to the offer, and now all of a sudden you're handling the objections in a retargeting ad. So there's a lot of different ways that you can use these. Now, here's what I would say is more of like a slide, like slides that you would use in a VSL. And this is does two things, right? It educates them and it also sells them. I think you could do quite a few things with this, and I'm still trying to figure out how I want to structure this. But this would be a VSL that would sell a low ticket offer to somebody after they've registered for the new construction, right? And so what I mean by that is that they've registered for the new construction, they've gotten the list of all the new construction, but now you have a low ticket offer for maybe 19 bucks, right? Or $27 or whatever it is that you could potentially sell. And if your cost per lead is $5 and you get one in even 5, 10 people that buy this thing, like you're gonna have you're zero out, like you have $0 like ad spend, like that's it, and that's how you scale. Because I mean, you can also go get vendors, right? I mean, I got a vendor last week for $2,500, right? That's gonna pay monthly $2,500, right? I'm ramping up some exciting things, and I was like, hey, I need some money. Let's go talk to some people, and that was it. And I just told them what I was doing and got the money. And so there's a whole training that we've done on these calls that are back on my YouTube channel. So you guys can go back to those and watch what that is. But let me go through this slide deck, and because this is a form of a VSL low ticket offer kind of like basically pitch, right? So hey, grab a pen and a paper real quick. So you're telling them what to do, right? I want to show you a quick 3-step formula that's working really well to help you find your new construction home, right? I'll wait a sec so you can grab your pen, and then I count down, right? And the reason why you count down is because anytime, even I do this even when I'm like doing reps or before a Zoom call, like just to reset your brain. It gets you into a different stage. I'll do this even between reps of like working out because if you count down, that's when you're likely to take action, right? So a lot of times you don't go to your next rep because you're like tired or you're like thinking about stuff and you're like, okay, but if you just, all right, I need to do my next rep, and then you count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you instantly will take action. And it's the same type of thing. You're getting someone into a different stage in their brain, right? Just to pay closer attention, right? So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Imagine the scenario, right? And so you instantly go into imagine. And the reason why you do that is because if you remember Jimmy's video, when he said imagine, like imagine being, on your vacation, sipping your coffee, right? Like imagine, like when I say imagine your dream vacation and your grandkids or your kids run up to you and say, thank you so much for taking us on this trip. We had so much fun. Like you are getting someone into a different stage in their brain and they're paying closer attention. It's just a fact. So, and then what if you were suddenly recognized as whatever authority, global expert in your field? Imagine if you were, suddenly recognized as X, Y, and Z, right? So you're getting somebody into, imagine if you're suddenly recognized as, I would say the person who got the best deal of the year buying new construction, right? However you want to position it. Okay. What if suddenly you became and then great demand regardless of the price, right? And so this is telling you exactly what to put. And this will take some time for you guys to do. But if you guys can nail this, I promise you, you guys will have a exponential better results before you have a conversation with somebody. So I took a call for somebody who we're getting the cash offer program going for him. And I took the call. He's like, "Hey, they're ready. They're excited. Let's get them in your calendar." I said, "Okay, cool." So he just booked it in his calendar and sent me the invite. And I just wasn't really thinking. And so what I did was I jumped on the call and this lady was like, one, she was super skeptical of everything I had to say. And she was just like, "Oh, how do I know you're legitimate? How do I know you're telling the truth?" And like all this stuff. And I was like, you know what? I was like, why is this such a hard lift? Like, why am I having to sell so hard? Because marketing's job done right should do 90% of the selling. And so this is what you're doing. Like you're being a clock builder, not a time teller. You're playing chess, not checkers. And so when you guys build a system, like it will take you a little bit to build out a VSL and get it incorporated. And maybe it takes you an entire week. But do you know what type of percentages of closings that you're going to have because of this? It's done. You never have to redo it again. Like Jimmy doesn't have to reshoot that video. That's money. Like he took his time, he got it done, and it just lives. And he's gonna have people pre-exposed to the offer and handling objections before they ever get on a call with them. It's a no-brainer, right? And to get somebody, like to have marketing's job done right and get that person to being sold before you even talk to them, it's a game changer. Okay. But what if you became a celebrity in your niche, right? Right. What if you guys became the number one agent in your market? Okay. Sounds like a stretch. I used to think so too, right? Until it happened to me. In the past years, I've sold blank amount of dollars between my own products and services, da da da. So you're going to tell them what you've done. I've done X, Y, and Z. You can leverage other people's stuff, right? So let's say that you're a brand new agent. Well, maybe you're a brand new agent, but you're a part of our community. So you can leverage our testimonials. There was testimonials before the call even started, right? So leverage those. Okay. Like I tell people who are scared, let's just call it what it is. They're scared to go get vendors. I'll I'll say, well, why don't you leverage our testimonials? Tell them exactly what people in our community have done. I'll give you the playlist of the testimonials that you can hand to the builder or hand to the lender, and they can watch them before you even talk to them. Like you shouldn't have to sell them. They should just be showing up saying, like, yeah, I'm very interested in this. Like, how does it work? Right. That's how it should work. Okay. I also use this, so you're kind of building credibility here. The thing that got me there is video NLP, and this is exactly what video NLP is. Like this VSL strategy is NLP. It's getting, I forget, neuro whatever. I don't remember what it is, but it's basically you're getting into you're selling people, right? You're getting them into a place where they're being sold and they don't know they're being sold. Okay. And so everybody knows that the video works. Boom. If you do it right, and in order to do them right, you need to follow a formula. Okay. In fact, if you're using video now, you're not getting the results you want. It probably has nothing to do with what the video looks like. And it has nothing to do with how fancy it is or how cool the special effects are, excuse me, or what kind of equipment you use. Right. And so it's so this is eliminating look what it's doing right here. You're eliminating all the limiting beliefs that people have around things. boom, boom, boom. Like I saw one of our agents she just put out a post talking about how first time home buyer bought with 5% down or something like that. And I was like, let's go. Like, that's awesome. Like that exists, but people don't know it exists. People don't know about first time home buyers. People don't know that a lender can buy down a point and you can save 7 grand, right? Like people don't know that. People don't know about all these things that you can go into, all the limiting beliefs, right? And then it says, it's all how you say it, right? And there's a formula for saying it right. Pattern or interrupt. Your prospects are bombarded with distraction more than ever before. Excuse me. Got a serious cough over here. There we go. Okay. So basically, this goes through the entire thing, and the nice thing is about this strategy is that you don't have to. You can actually have slides that go along with it. So it's not just you on your own, just talking to the camera, like kind of talking head. You can have you can make these slides pretty. You can use AI and say, hey, go ahead and read through all these slides and give me an image that goes along with each slide, right? So if it's like focus, it could be a magnifying glass, whatever, right? So I'm not going to go through all these because there's a lot of slides, but what it does is it you guys could go and build out your in however you want to do it, right? Live in a creative world. Whatever offer, whether you're waterfront, new construction, cash offer, like you could have these slides that go along with it, and you pre-expose somebody to whatever you want to pre-expose them to before they get on the calendar with you. Like you're literally going to have people get on the phone with you and say, when can we work together? You're going to get people signing. Like I have people sign listing agreements and buyer agreements over Zoom. Why? Because they watch a video before they get on a call with me. That's honest truth. And so yeah, so I'm not going to go over all those, but it's a lot of good information. I'm gonna make sure I get you guys those. And then I'm gonna demo out how to use this bot just in case you want it to be like really simple. Like some of you guys will never do the slides, and that's okay, right? Like I get it. That's just, you know, you're like, hey, I don't have time for that. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, that's okay. But what I think would be beneficial is if you just did a few things, right? And one of them would be I'm just gonna demo out exactly how I would use this bot if I were you. Okay. And you guys can do what you want. So this is a bot that's, built in ChatGPT. So, I think hopefully you've been using ChatGPT a little bit. If you haven't, I mean, hopefully you're using one of the other ones. If you're not, um, if you're not learning how to use these platforms, I really think you're just gonna you won't be in the business very long. And that's not to, like, scare you, it's just a fact. Alright, so I'm gonna say create a 3-minute VSL, for one of my new real estate listings, right? And so this could be a listing that somebody's interested in it, right? And I just send them the video before they ever see the house. Boom, right? But I'm gonna give it a little bit more direction. I'm gonna say, actually, I like talking to it. I would think I can talk to it here. So I'm gonna use the voice. Somebody wasn't sure where this was, but that I was talking to, I was like, you don't talk to ChatGPT?" They're like, "No." I'm like, "Oh, it's awesome." So it's just this little 4 pieces right here. You just click on it, and we should be able to talk to it. Let me see here. All right, we good? Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. We're good to go. Let's create something awesome. What niche are we diving into today?
Yeah, so I am a real estate agent, and I am focused on new construction in the Scottsdale market in Arizona. There's not a lot of new construction in Scottsdale. A lot of it is on the outer parts of Scottsdale, but there is a lot of like remodel, tear down, stuff like that. But I would like a 3 to 5 minute like video sales letter that people can watch before they get on the call with me. So the sequence of how things have worked is they're excited, they're interested in new construction from our lead on Facebook. So what happens is they raise their hand and then they go into a proven contacting campaign where they get sent all the new construction, they get some of our YouTube videos, and then at that point we contact them and they're interested in working with us. So we set the appointment. Now, so they've just booked the appointment, and this is before they get on a 15 to 20-minute call with me consultation to figure out if it's going to be a good mutual fit. What I'd like to do is pre-expose them to the offer. Now, some of the offers that we have with new construction is that we can save them anywhere from $10 to $50,000. Well, we're in an expensive market, so let's just call it $10 to $100,000 when they work with us. Also, I do have an offer from one of my lenders that allows me to buy down one of their points by like buy down 1 point, so it could save them anywhere from 500,000 or 5,000 to $10,000. And so that's another offer. So we want to make sure that we stack the offers in the VSL. And then most importantly, I want to position myself as the expert advisor, right? The new construction expert advisor that's going to be able to eliminate a lot of their fears when buying new construction and buying just in general. So if we could position the VSL, and you can give me the script for that, and we got to make sure that we really nail the hook, and make sure it's packed with a ton of value.
Showcasing your expertise and stacking serious savings. I'll craft the full VSL with your offer, but let's kick off with a hook bank so we nail that attention. Here are 10 hooks. What if your dream Scottsdale home came with a secret 6-figure savings? Before you step into new construction, you need to know this Scottsdale shortcut. Stop. Don't overpay for new construction in Scottsdale until you hear this. How we turn a 100K problem into your dream home in Scottsdale. Think new construction in Scottsdale is out of reach? Think again, and I'll show you how. 6. Buying new in Scottsdale one move could save you 100K or more. 7. Most agents won't tell you this Scottsdale new build secret until now. Imagine moving into Scottsdale.
Cool, cool, cool. I like them. I like them. Let's just go ahead and save those, put them in the bank. If you want to go ahead and write that VSL, I'm going to go and move into something else and answer and get some questions answered if you just want to write it up.
Absolutely. I'll build that VSL framework out with your offers, positioning, and expert tone. Meanwhile, feel free to handle your other tasks, and I'll have a polished high value script ready when you return.
Cool. All right, let's rock.
All right? I'll craft it with precision. Once you're ready, just circle back and we'll fine tune anything. I've got you covered. Let's make this shine.
All right, cool. So now it's going to go write it. I'm going to go take care of stuff. And now I go back to it in 5, 10 minutes and it's done. Right. I make a few edits to it and then I'll go ahead and copy it. I'll show you guys Riverside just because I do like it a lot. Note to self, don't sign out of cookies before I do one of these coaching calls. We got like 4 minutes. When I sign into Riverside, I'm happy to take any questions. The multiple offers, they push it out to like 7 or 8 different investors. You can add your own investors, but there's so if you sign up, there's basically an onboarding that will happen and a training that happens every Tuesday and Thursday that our business partner friend Glenn runs, and he crushes it. So you're welcome to jump in there. But yeah, so once you become a multiple offer agent, you can write an offer on that property and get all the different options, and then you can continue to write offers on all your listings and all your properties. And really, it's a listing tool. Is it going to fix every single seller's problem? No. But is it going to get you a lot of people raising their hand? Yes. So it's really a listing tool, not necessarily a just I mean, it does get you cash offers, but only like 10 to 15% of people actually take them. So for one reason or the other.
Hey, Kyle, real quick, have you done some trainings on video that kind of take it through your method of speaking to the multiple offers and end up listing? Does that make sense?
Yeah, so there should be a training, an attract ROI training that if you bought the multiple offers, you should have got access to that. And it has a lot of the recordings that I did with clients for that. So it was basically consultations, I would call them, that I did
Mhm.
with people who were interested in the offer. And then
Well, I'm
it,
on a monthly subscription with the
yeah, so you should be
iList.
able to go to Digital President Academy.
Okay.
And then in there, you should have access to the multiple offers training. And in that
Yeah.
training, there's a bunch of videos of
Good.
like
Okay.
consultation calls
I
that I
think
did with
you know
clients.
what? I think I recall. It's been a while. I've been away from it for a while, so I've just wanted to refresh. So
Yeah, yeah, all those are in there, and they're good conversations. I mean, I really just go over it's question based selling. That's
yeah,
all it is, and
I know
just
the general gist of it. It's good to watch other folks.
yeah, 100%,
Okay,
Jim.
anyway. So, anyway, appreciate it, brother.
Yes,
Take it
sir.
easy. Thanks a
Yes,
lot.
sir. You too. And you guys keep rocking. We'll talk to you guys soon.